I think the thing that concerns me with this story, let's go back to that Stanley Hauerwas quote. If in 100 years Christians are known as those who didn't kill their kids and didn't kill their elderly, we will have done well. And I think 10 years ago, I read that and thought, well, of course we wouldn't be those people. Now, there are people who have compromised on abortion. And so that's the front end. But of course, Christians wouldn't be those. I think the last year or so, I've gotten this nagging suspicion that we have thoroughly underestimated just how much pressure the culture of death will put on our hearts and our minds and our relationships. And I guess part of it is after Roe v. Wade is reversed, to see a bunch of Christians mourn the decision. That's an indicator to me, right? That, oh, I've kind of lost that last tie to autonomy, or even my neighbor has. I think the pressure to choose, and I think we'll justify it in all kinds of, Christianese ways. Just like we justify that, we'll justify, we got to love the woman, and we have to, you have to be whole life. I had somebody people give me articles all the time, and I don't usually get frustrated until somebody gave me this recently. He's like, Christians are pro-birth, not pro-life. And it was another Christian saying, and you're just like, the arguments here are so ridiculous and so patently not true. And sorry, I'm off on a tangent. That made me mad. But I can just hear it. I can just hear Christians saying, well, we're choosing heaven. I want to get to heaven. And it'll be this spiritualistic way that we embrace or shaped by a pro-death culture. And I guess I really, right now, am at a point where I think the pressure will be incredibly great. And is our worldview robust enough? Is our grounding in what is true robust enough to hold back the train? So your question was, can we stop the train in national law? That's a hard question. I'm equally more worried that I'm not sure that we understand how much the pressure will be for us to get on the train in some way or another. And I think we have to just be vigilant in how we talk about it and how we actually think about dying ourselves. When's the last time you heard a sermon on here's how to die well?
Yeah.
It used to be a really important aspect of Christian homilies, church homilies and theological wrangling. You have the book, The Art of Dying. The idea is how Christians die. Of course, at that point, the average life expectancy is probably in the 50s. So it's just front and center. People don't get institutionalized during their death. A lot more is happening at home. It's just things have changed dramatically, and I just don't know that we have spent nearly enough time thinking about this.